We are back, season 2 of Headaches to 8 and 8. This year we got the Bears. We already started. I think we were in week 5 of MSR27. I know last year we caught up with us for 4 episodes of the Jets, and they ended up making a playoff run. So we're gonna try to do the same with the Bears, see what they can do. I think they are 1-4 right now, heading into week 6. So got some work to do, but they can make a run. We'll bring in Kolb now. Kolb, as a first episode of Headaches to 8 and 8. What do you expecting moving into this?
You know what? As bad as I'm playing right now, I have no expectations.
I mean, it
Hopefully, maybe
happens.
just get a little bit better.
It happens. It happens. Hell, I'm not playing much better myself, so we will see. See what we can find out on the tape, and tape reveals all. So we'll see. But moving into the season a little bit, let me pull up your team. I know you made a big trade in the offseason for Jalen Hurts. Gave up a lot of assets for him. Talk to me a little bit about that trade.
So I wasn't even looking for a quarterback. I was perfectly fine with Spellman. But, Samoan was all up in my DMs, going on and on and on. And he was like, look, man, I'll give you J.J. Watt and Jalen Hurts for your two firsts.
Pick number 3 and pick number
It was pick number
27.
3 and 27. 27 is kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some luck drafting last year, but I wasn't really impressed with what I got with at first. I had to work to build them up. So,
What you have? You had 3 first-round picks last year, top 5 picks, and they were all in the
all
order.
three in the top 5. I took a quarterback, a wide receiver, and a defensive lineman.
That's right.
So the
Spellman.
defensive lineman is still working on getting up there. He does okay. Spellman's got the good stats, but I can't dev a quarterback.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do that. I had his breakout once and twice actually. Missed him twice. That was kind of weird. I thought he was only supposed to get it once in the season, but I got it twice.
I mean,
Uh,
I don't think I think MSR is like 0 for 14 in quarterback breakouts, so I don't think it's just you. But that's why I had the rationale for the trade. I was like, he knows he's not going to dev a quarterback. This quarterback's normal. He would have to put together, 3 really good seasons to have a Jalen Hurts type quarterback. And he can just get him now, and this is going to boost you. I like the trade. 27 is whatever. I wouldn't want him to give that up, but I mean, you got J.J. Watt too, so he's been decent for you. Then you go and get DeAndre Hopkins, big receiver. T.J. needing defense. I don't remember that trade. You traded another first, right?
it was the other first, and I got a third back with it. So it's not like
And I think that's a good trade. He's
so. And I needed somebody on the opposite side of Frazier, so Frazier's not constantly getting doubled. Maybe if he is getting doubled, then maybe D Hop is open.
and D
That's
Hop's
my
good
idea.
too.
Yeah, he's got good stats.
Let's see.
Being able to sign everybody in the offseason, we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah, that would be tricky, but everyone's got cap now. I'm sure you can find a way around it. I see week 1 you lost to the Packers 34-17, a lot closer game than that score indicates. You had your shot at it. You was down 10 in the red zone, threw a pick on a slant. I think we'll actually see it later. Just couldn't pull it out. Then you play Jugs in Seattle, get a big win there, 49-42, a shootout. And then 3 straight losses, 3 points to the Giants, 24 points to the Raiders, and then the heartbreaker we just watched, the 1 point to the Vikings where you missed the field goal to win it. So you've been in
oh
games.
man,
Outside of Oakland, you've been in every single game, and that's an improvement. We were number 3 pick last year, number 1 the year before, I think.
yeah, and number 5 the year before that.
Number 5 the year before, right? Season 4. So I mean, you've been a top 5 pick all. So it's all about just getting over that hump. You could easily be 4-1 right now and be sitting pretty heading into 4-1 Chiefs, the 2-2 Panthers. The Broncos are Super Bowl last year. Smooth's got Donald. He's been playing good. Dub. Reds are having a great year. You get to see TJ again. Another Red game. Ura, Joey, and JT. So it's not gonna get no easier.
No,
You're gonna
I
have
think
to.
the beginning of the season was my easier part.
Yeah, it's gonna have to just kind of make through and figure some things out. Let's see if I can pull this clips up real quick for you. But as I'm doing that, let's there we go. So Positives. So we talked kind of about the negatives. Haven't won close games. You have Hurts has had a fumbling issue, from what I've seen. Maybe a lot more QB runs, not on conservative. So Hurts had a. But what about positive? What positives have you taken so far from season 27?
So I like Hurts. He's extremely accurate. He's got pocket
Mm-hmm.
dead eye. So if I'm in the pocket, let's go into the receiver's hands. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's that simple. I like that a lot. I don't get a lot of overthrows in that situation. Um, I'm starting to be able to run a little bit better with my running back. I think he's pretty decent. He's just normal, but I think his stats are good. I
I
like
think that's a
being
little
in
better.
close games.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Now it's just trying to figure out the negatives and trying to turn them around. So from what I've watched now, I skimmed through. I know I've watched 2 out of 5 games, but I skimmed through the rest, and I've noticed some tendencies that we want to break. You run every single first down. Every first down, it's a run, no matter what. I haven't
really?
seen you pass really once on a first down yet. So you could still come out in these heavy sets, but mixing the passing work because people are starting to load the box on you early down, and the pass can be wide open with D Hop, Frazier. You can run some of those single back sets that stacks them up and run the corner routes and stuff, especially with D Hop's abilities, stuff like that. I have noticed that any like second and short, third and short, you run it, which is not bad. I like that. Just move the chains, pick up the first down, and start over. But I have noticed when it gets to third down, you're throwing right at the sticks every single pass. If it's not a run, it's a a drag. It's 3rd and 3. It's a
All
drag,
right.
or it's allowing people to creep up on you. They know you're going to pass it short. And so you have the receivers just to go over top. You don't always have to look. Now you can have your short routes, but have your deep routes if they creep up, and don't be afraid to hit them over top. I think that was one that I've seen, and then we'll talk about the other one a little bit as we get into the clips. But it's the slant audibles. You make a lot of slant audibles where you could have drags or other stuff that would you run your slants into other routes, and it brings more defenders together. And we'll work on clearing that out. Do you have the clips pulled up?
I do. I'm looking at
Okay.
it.
So we have this first play, 3rd and goal here, down by 17 to the Packers. You're in a bunch set to the right. So he's obviously in a zone. You can see the cornerbacks are spread out here. If they were in man, they'd be closer. Um, and you know that Dub. Speaking of that, it's knowing your opponent too. You know Dub, and most people's users are either going to be on A, the linebacker, or B, one of the safeties. And Dub is known for Savage and his safety, so you know he's going to be here. So your only 2 reads here. I mean, Kmet is on a. I think you end up putting him on a streak. Let me see. Yeah, you put him on a streak. So now look at this. Look how jumbled it is, and this is your only. This is really the only way that you can make a quick read. This guy's out of it. You're never gonna look at him. He's pretty much out of it, and so it's pretty much comes down to if the safety split, you hit Kmet. If not, you have to go to Hopkins super early. Um, so as we watch it, as they back up, so now you see he's in a Savage is here. So there goes your read there, and the safety is dropped back close. So now you have nothing. I mean, there's nothing here. You could take your, you could. Oh, I'm sorry. You could have hit D Hop right here, right there. But his user is so close that now you've allowed him to cover both of these routes because they cross like that. Whereas if you
All
put
right.
D Hop on a drag, let's go back and look at it. You put D Hop on a drag here, right? And you still can leave him on a streak. That's fine. It's like clear out. And then we scoot up. Now look, imagine D Hop right here, and his user is still back here somewhere. So now if you could hit him early and have a chance, or you could just hit D Hop and move forward. So instead you have nothing. You realize you have nothing. You do good at getting out of the pocket and throwing it away. Um, but it's still you're at a longer field goal now when you could have easily gained a little more yards or at least had a chance at getting in. The Miller was going to be your only chance right there, but because you brought these both together, it took your chance away. You see that?
I do. I do. So let me kind of tell you what I was looking at when I saw that play.
Let's do that. I like
The
that.
reason why I threw Komet on a streak is so I was hoping that Frazier would pull that other safety, and Komet would have right over top of that linebacker.
So you were hoping that this streak was going to pull him this way,
Correct.
and this would but okay. I do
So
see that. I like that.
maybe if I would have put Miller on the drag, Maybe
Yeah,
the
now you could
linebacker would
have.
have came down.
That's true. You could have put Miller on a drag, and I just don't like. You're never gonna look at
Yeah,
this route,
I didn't do
so
anything with the running back. I should have done something there.
you could have blocked him and gave you a little more time, or you could just put him on the little out route. I use it so much. Out route going the opposite way, just to give yourself a check down, because with this play, you have no check down. If one of these plays are not open, you're done. You just have to throw it away. So like, give yourself options. You never know with this running back could catch it here, break a couple tackles, and then make a play for you. But I understand now what you were seeing there, but it just didn't. The safety just didn't have it. He's got too good of safeties for that.
Yeah.
See this second play here. Same concept. So what do you see right here?
Uh,
Spellman's in the game.
it's kind of blurry, so yeah, give me a second.
Hmm.
Okay. So I see possibly a cover 4 is what I'm looking at. And maybe a cover 3 with this other cornerback here sitting low, where he's on the flat. So I'm kind of hoping maybe Hopkins can get over the top if that is the flat there, or Komet's open on the little out route here.
Yeah, I think you read it right. I think so cover 3, cover 4. It's definitely one of the two. So how do you know off pre-snap?
Well, the one safety on the left side should come to the center if it's the cover 3. If it's
Exactly.
cover 4, he'll go backwards.
So pre-snap, you should immediately check Savage. Check where he's going. If he's dropping back, you know it's cover 4. Or if he's shading towards the middle, it's cover 3. Or he could come down. So safety's off read. I think this is good, but now if you can't get over top, what do you have? You see what I'm saying? Everything's
nothing.
going right. Everything's going here. So put your running back, either go running back here, or tight end here. One of the two's got it. You got to have something going the other way, because now K-Mit's going to be. I like K-Mit going this way because he draws down. If it's cover 3 or cover 4, he's going to draw that guy down. Which if it's cover 3, he's going to leave Hopkins this way. But you have no check down, so I'll go ahead and play it, and we'll see. So play action. Now let's read it. All right, so now you see your read here, off rip that you should have thrown, but it looked like you got caught looking at Frazier and wanting him to see if he could get back here. But with this Green Bay pass rush, it's never going to happen. But if you could hit
wide open.
Yeah, K-Mit's he's right there. It's fine. And then it's like you've seen him. By the time you check down, you could tell that let me go back. You could tell that your progressions were like this. You went from left to right, which is not terrible. But when you're reading the safety, you have to know that this has to be your first read, because if he's not open, this is your only check down. That's why I said if you have your running back here, by the time you would have seen that this running back would have came open underneath if you would have let it. See all this space?
Right.
But it's just you just missed the read. Like I said, it happens. I miss reads all the time. Nothing to hang your head on. It's just you got to be able to see it right there. Boom. It's got to be a pass already out of your hands. But why is Spellman in the game? Are you running like a 2 quarterback system?
No. Hurts
got
got injured in the right at the beginning of the second half.
I forgot about that. That's right. So he got hurt. So okay. See.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Spellman played well. Still, it's not like he's terrible.
He's not bad. He's good. He just never was going to be X factor, and that's what the trade came down to. And I don't mind that. So now in this third play, 4th down. This is the big one. You're down 10. You're almost in the red zone. 1st down. This is pretty much the game. You have to score at least 3 here to give yourself a chance. Talk to me about this play.
Well, I'm reading cover 3.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
And to be honest, I'm probably panicking a little bit because I'm down and it's this much time left. So I'm rushing reads. I probably should have audible a little bit more. I don't really like Hopkins in the flat right here.
It's just a dead route. But my biggest problem with this is it is cover 3, and you know how his user is. So now all 3 of your reads after the running back are all right here with his user, because you know his user is going to be on Savage. So if you send Hopkins on a streak, that's a cover 3 beater. That's going to draw this guy out or this guy. And then you take one of these slants and put him on a drag. So Hopkins on a streak, put him on a drag, and now you've got options. You got two crossers, you've got the bomb, you've got the two check downs. You have real options. Whereas in this play, see it off rip. So he's actually on the middle line. Oh, it's blurry. So he's on the middle linebacker actually. So see, he's taking away all three of these off your original read. Just sitting on this middle linebacker, and then there is your actual read. But you waited just a tad bit too long. I know it got a little blurry.
Yeah, I was late
Streaming.
on it.
Yeah, it's
I
got to
should
be
have thrown
right.
it right when he crossed in the middle of the field.
Exactly. As soon as he crosses the defender's face, right there, you got to throw it.
I think I was too busy watching his user to see which way he was going to go.
and then he takes it back for 6. We don't have to watch that, but and that pretty much cost you the game. So it's all about, like I said, you have to figure out where people's users are, and then take them away. Because like a lot of people are playing these safeties now, and if you don't distract them, then they're just going to eat you alive, taking away multiple routes. And even him on this middle linebacker, I mean, he pretty much took away 3 routes from you. And then the one that he did give up, it was there. It just took too long to develop. Now we get to the Jugs game, a rain game. Finally, something we can talk about. So this one, I don't remember the read on this one. It might have actually been a decent play. I clipped this one to talk about route concepts. So this one already has a running back going this way. I like that, and it has came in on a drag. So you have your checkdowns. But
My
now
audible came. I hot routed Kim at there. So
okay, so I like that. I don't mind that audible. But now all 3 of your reads that are outside of checkdowns, they all end up in the same spot. I really don't like Frazier on this. So if you have this crosser, which D Hop's gonna get open on it, and against most things, he's in zone. You could easily put Frazier onto a flood, onto a dig, and make him come across, and now you have a second check down. So let's say his user takes Hopkins away. Frazier's going to come right across here where his user should have been. And if he sees Frazier and stays, Hopkins is going to be wide open. And then just send him on a streak. You don't need him to come into. You don't want to bring another defender into Hopkins' area if he does catch it deep. But you see how everything's going to one spot, and it just limits your success rate. So let's see. I don't actually remember what happens on this play. See, okay.
I was late there. I should have already told that.
You had 3 or 4 of these in this game, just wide open drops or non-animations. I actually don't mind this read. You were a little late, but it still was there. It just didn't. I don't know. That's just a that's just a Madden thing. I don't know what else to say. But and you even had the C route as well. It had pretty much whatever you wanted actually. Good play. It actually ends up being a very good play. It just that way you can make it better, so your reads can be more linear, and that way you can it's gonna work one way or the other. There's no like if. So same game, 1st and 10, 49 seconds to go. You're down what? 12? Can I count? 12.
Yeah.
And you have this is the formation that has the quarterback run that you love, the wing play out of the Ravens playbook. Hopkins is sitting here. And that's your read, isn't it? That's your read. I'm pretty sure.
That's my first read on this play, always.
You have the check down here, and then you have the deep dig route that I love so much. So this guy is pretty much useless. I mean, you're never gonna throw this. So I might put him on a curl route to give you another check down, because that's gonna clear all this out and then you could easily bring this running back and once again just go out this way if you wanted to give you more options, since he's only rushing 3. I mean, he's obviously not blitzing. He's in a zone. See what he. Okay, there it is. That's why I clipped it. You put the running back into a curl. So now what this does is it brings a defender in line with your check down. So if none of these deep routes are open, you're not gonna have your check down anymore. And that's more just route concept. See, look, here's Bobby Wagner. Now he's here, and you end up trying to wait, but Bobby Wagner's right there waiting on him where he wouldn't have been there before. And then you run with Hurts, and you do good out of the pocket and making something happen when you didn't have anything. But it just limits your chances. And I think D-Hop was actually gonna be open, but Jug's user ends up taking it away at the very last second. I probably would have thrown that for a pick. So good for you not throwing that, but but you see what I'm saying? How it brings Bobby
Right, I
down.
got you. It was a bad hot route there. My thoughts were he's rushing three. I got to do something with the running back. So I thought,
Exactly.
well, maybe if he is using this guy, maybe I can get him to stay on him. I don't know, but I probably should have done
You could have
maybe
just
like
done an out route.
an out
Hmm.
route. That would have
Either
probably
side, of out route. Because if you put an out route to this side, he's gonna clear way before he comes in, and so that could take his user out. Or you could go the opposite way to try to do that. But either way, it works. But just not that. But anyway, you did good not giving up. The bad play. So this is in the same spot. This might be actually no, it's not the same set of downs, but five wide inside the red zone. The hardest spot to really pass on. You have Kamen on a post, Miller once again on a corner, and then you have two curl routes and a corner route. So you're reading man. I think you're reading man, correct? That's
yeah. I'm pretty sure I audible one of these guys to a slant for sure.
yeah.
One of the outside guys. Yeah, I already did right there.
Okay.
The first thing.
And I think you do it again, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
there's my
put them
there's my
both on
issue.
the flat.
Yeah, see the slant thing now? Because for one, okay, he audibled, so now he's in zone. But if he was still in man, this curl route would have kept this guy down and let Harris come open in the corner of the end zone. Now he's in zone, so it's a little different. But that took away your easy read right away. But now you have three guys all coming inside here when really Kmet was your first read. So if you wanted to do something like this, you could. I would still leave him on a curl route because, like I said, this read in the back of the end zone is one of the best ones you can have, and you want to try to keep this guy low. Um, but then you could put Frazier on a drag, and then put him on a curl or something. But Frazier on a drag, that way you just have a check down because now I mean you just have everybody in one spot. And look, there's Doug's user right there covering all three of them, and you still should have something open. You could have D Hop here right now, or he's gonna come down and Kmet should come up. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, but you end up running, you get 5 yards, you end up taking a field goal and taking a 6 point lead. So you're not hurting yourself. So that's a good thing. When a lot of people would have thrown that anyway through a pick, and then you're getting no points, and it come down to the end of the game, you needed those 3 points. So it's not terrible. It just could be better. All right, here we go. Coach 0-0, first drive of the game. Talk to me. Five wide.
So I'm probably just trying to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going five wide. Um, I like slants. So I'm almost positive I throw Miller into a slant here, which is probably going to cause an issue with Komet and Hopkins all being in that area. Um,
Yeah.
I hope to get Frazier, but I'm seeing a safety on the inside, so I don't think Frazier's there. I probably should have maybe put him on a streak to get him to go maybe the outside, or
I
maybe
I like this route. This route is it's unique. It's something that people are not going to look for out of this set. So I don't mind this route, but you do end up audibling Miller onto a streak or onto a slant, which leads him right into Frazier. So now if Frazier if he's in, it's going to bring an extra defender. Instead, you could put him on a drag easily, or him on a drag, and that way you have a check down. Whereas slants really aren't check downs; they're kind of just like, oh shit, I don't have anybody, I'm going to toss it over here. Um, I think you end up hitting Frazier actually. No, see what I'm saying. So let's see what you had here. Off rip. There we go. So Frazier's doubled. This guy is coming into his user now, and this guy has got a safety on him. So you really have nothing. Period. But look at the pocket. Look how the pocket is. There's so much space in the pocket, and you just drop backwards, backwards, backwards. So you're not going to give yourself a chance. You got edge heat here, and then you got K-Mid here. Yeah, you step forward into this hole a little bit. That's going to give you different angles. Frazier might come open. You could hit K-Mid right now, and you don't know what this slant's going to do depending on his user. But if you don't step forward, you'll never have time for this slant to come open over here or to hit K-Mid because of this pressure. So instead, look, you stay there, and now you try to roll out, and you got to end up throwing it away, or you take a sack, actually. Or maybe it's just right on the line. But on these big third downs in the games, you can't give up 3 points. You end up getting three anyway, so it doesn't really hurt you like I said, it's not hurting you, but it could definitely be better and give yourself a better chance if you just slide into that pocket. Something I do a lot because I have a bad tendency of going backwards is off rip. I will step right. So as soon as I hike it, I'll step right, and that will cancel the deep drop back animation, and that allows me to step up into the pocket whichever way I want to go, depending on where my reads are. So if I got this guy, I think gonna come open, I want to step this way because that's gonna create this throwing angle, and this gives me a better chance than this kind of throwing angle. Because if I throw it from over here, this guy can't get it. But if I throw it from straight above him, he's gonna jump up and grab it every time. So it's all about catch and throwing angles. Same thing. If I think K-Mid's coming open, I want to get in this pocket because that right there is going to be your read. And see, whereas now, see right here, you want to hit him right now, but you can't because this is never going to work. But if you were here, this works. See what I'm saying? It's all about creating angles, but you have to step up in the pocket. A lot of people will just sit in that middle and not move, and it just doesn't work. It hurts you more than it helps. So always be moving in that pocket. Last clip here, got the face cam on. Game against
Yeah,
Samoa.
I try to do that sometimes.
So here we go again. You love this play. The slant's in the middle. He's in a zone. K-Mit's coming here. You know, you got three people here when he's going to be on. You know that Samoan's going to be using somebody. I don't remember why I clipped it, though. Let's see. So you put him on a streak. So now you got four people in the middle of it. I don't mind the crossers, the slants. It's not bad, but put Miller on a drag. Have yourself a check down. You got this that's going to clear out. And now you got a two-read system, even though they're running into each other. Not my kind of style, but it works. You know, it works. So you can definitely use it. But give yourself an out. Put Miller on a drag. Put Harris on an out route. Something to give yourself a check down, because now you have nothing if none of these guys are open deep. Let's see what you do. So he's in kind of a. So see, now you roll out. Oh, this is why I clipped it. Never mind. I remember now. All right, so you roll out with the slant. There you go. You roll out. Boom. Now you're looking at it. His user takes this, right? So you're seeing all this green grass.
I do.
But as soon as this guy starts beelining,
I should have tossed it.
Got to throw it away. You have to throw it away. These plays are what wins and loses your games. These plays right here are what snowballs for the other team. Look at this guy, beeline. You're still looking. You have this guy all day. As soon as he leaves, he sent him. So he sends this guy. Look at that. Throw that ball. You got Hurts. You got an X Factor quarterback for a reason. Throw that thing. If not, throw it away. But instead, you take a hit, and you take a lot of hit with Hurts. And that's just not, it's not good for him. It's not good for you. And it pretty much cost you in the game versus TJ as well.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you got this back. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, yeah. You had the ball in the red zone. You went to a quarterback power, and Hurts fumbled on the 3-yard line, and you lost points. He ended up getting 7 off of it.
He took it back, yeah.
So you could always go. I know a lot of the users in here that run with the quarterback a lot just run on conservative all the time. So you could always switch it to conservative if you when you're going to do a quarterback run. If not, just get down early. You don't want to take no big hits from these line. Everyone's got superstar linebackers now. Everyone has things that enforcers and stuff like that that's gonna kill the quarterback. So you can't be taking those hits with them. But nonetheless, you are 1-4, but it's a solid 1-4. It's definitely something you can build on. Take these things, move into it next week. We mainly focused on offense this week, so we'll get back together in about 2 or 3 in-game weeks. I want to try, since it's already going into week 6, I want to try to get at least 4 or 5 episodes in this season. So next week we'll focus on defense. I haven't looked much at your defense, so we will see some things there, see what you're calling. Maybe it's play calling. What do you think? Is play calling, or is it...
It's going to be a lot of play calling. I can tell you that I call probably more defensive, different plays than anybody else in the league.
Which is not a bad thing.
I don't have like a stable type play I want to go against certain looks.
Okay.
So
we will we'll look into that. I'll start clipping now, and we'll move forward. But good luck in the next games, and we're gonna get out here for episode number 1 of season 2. Headaches to 8-8. Make sure you catch me and Cole back again. This will release tomorrow, and we'll have the next episode coming out in about a week in real life time. So, till then, later.